Welcome back. The rise in anti-Israel protests continue across America. Just yesterday, pro-Hamas protesters interrupted Easter Mass at St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York City. And last week, protesters interrupted a vote by the Berkeley City Council on marking Holocaust Remembrance Day. Join us now for more reaction to all of this is Managing Director for the Coalition for Jewish Values, Rabbi Yaakov Menken. Good morning, Rabbi. Thank you so much for being here. I want to start with this protest with the Berkeley Council meeting, where an 89-year-old Holocaust survivor was interrupted by protesters yelling lies and end Israel. How absurd are these protests getting, in your opinion?
Well, what they just did was put the lie to this claim that anti-Zionism is not anti-Semitism, because this was not a meeting that discussed Israel at all. It had nothing to do with Israel or any modern conflict or taking sides, Israel-Palestine. No, it was a commemoration of the massacre of the Jews in 1945. So let's be very clear. The reason why these people protested and ran in and tried to overwhelm the place is precisely because they're on the side of the Nazis. No question about it.
And yesterday we saw the Easter Sunday Mass at St. Patrick's Cathedral. It was interrupted by people yelling, "Silence equals death." Rabbi, shouldn't religious gatherings be a place protected from these hateful protests?
It doesn't matter what kind of protest. There's a expectation of basic decorum in a civilized society. This idea that even on campus, to disturb a speaker, to stop a speaker from speaking, is somehow an exercise in free speech. No, it is the deliberate quelling of free speech. And the sooner university presidents get a grip on that reality, the sooner we will actually start seeing a change in American education for the better. Because right now, the loudest voices are winning. And to be extremely clear, again, to go back to the Nazis, the Sturmabteilung, the brown shirts, this was their job: to disturb opposition and specifically Jewish events, to prevent opposition from being heard. The idea that Easter should be taken over, they hold nothing holy. They hold your opinion. You don't have a right to your opinion. What they want to talk about is more important than what you believe.
Yeah, it certainly caused disruption over the weekend. Rabbi, take a listen here to President Trump commenting on the situation in Israel. Watch.
They don't talk about October 7th anymore. They talk about how aggressive Israel is. And it's amazing that they're not talking about October 7th. And
why don't they talk about it?
They don't want to talk about it. When I talk about it, people don't want to hear about it. You know, you have a lot of people on the outside that are not friendly to Israel, and they're never going to be friendly to Israel. And you have to be very careful.
So, Rabbi, President Trump there, do you think that the Democrats are concerned with Israel's response to October 7th and have moved on from focusing on what horrific attacks that we saw?
The problem is very deep in the Democratic Party if they're starting to talk about a ceasefire. People don't realize that Hamas has quite a long history of ceasefires. Every single time, to them, a ceasefire means an opportunity to regroup, rearm, and commit new atrocities against civilians. And they've declared quite openly that if given the opportunity, that's exactly what they will do. October 7th was to them, quote unquote, just a dress rehearsal for the real massacre of the Jews to come. No Jew is safe in Israel because of their ethnicity, because of their peoplehood, until Hamas is obliterated. So calling for a quote unquote ceasefire is calling for more Jews to die. It's really that simple. And it's going on universities across America. And here I would like to add something, which is that if you are a college-educated person and donating to your alma mater, make sure if they have a chapter of Students for Justice in Palestine, if they have a DEI department, you've got to take control of the situation before it controls you. Because we believe in education, you got to stop funding those universities. And I'd like to hear from any alumnus who wants to talk about it. I'm Y Menken on social media. I'm very out there, and I'm open to receiving DMs about this problem.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rabbi. We appreciate you coming on and sharing your insight. Really do. Thank you.
Thank you so much.